Your smartphone is a sophisticated pickpocket that it's not stealing your money, it's stealing your soul. If Marcus Aurelius were alive today, he wouldn't turn off notifications, that he wouldn't set screen time limits. He would delete everything. Because what you hold in your hand is not just a device, it is a weapon aimed at your attention or peace, your very identity. So the question is, are you brave enough to take your mind back? This is not just a video about social media. This is a confrontation. A confrontation between your modern habits and ancient wisdom that built emperors. Today, we place your Lithy in the anvil of Stoic philosophy, and we ask one brutal question. What would Marcus Aurelius destroy if he saw your daily routine? 1. The siege of the digital fortress. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, an emperor, surrounded by chaos, wars at the borders, betrayal within his own court, plague ravaging his empire. And yet, his mind remained still. Why? Because he understood one thing: the greatest battle is not outside, it is within. He called it the inner citadel, a fortress no enemy could breach unless you opened the gates yourself. Now look at your life. Your fortress is under constant attack. Not by swords, but by notifications, not by armies, but by algorithms. Every buzz, every scroll, every endless feed, they are the modern barbarians at your gate. And the worst part? You're not defending your fortress. You're inviting them in. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But today, you've surrendered that power to an algorithm that knows you better than you know yourself. 2. The vanity of the infinite scroll. Let's be honest. Why do you scroll? Is it knowledge, growth, purpose? Or is it validation? Likes, views, comments. Tiny digital signals that whisper, "You matter." But Marcus Aurelius would ask, to whom? Strangers, bots. An invisible audience that forgets you in seconds. Stoicism teaches one brutal truth. If your worth depends on others, you have no worth at all. The infinite scroll is not harmless, that it rewires your mind, training you to seek approval instead of building character. You no longer ask, "Am I virtuous?" You ask, "Am I visible?" And that is the quiet death of the soul. Because the more you chase attention, the further you drift from who you truly are. 3. Reclaiming the sovereign mind. Focus is your superpower. But look at your day. How long can you sit in silence, without reaching for your phone? 10 minutes, 5, 30 seconds. Your mind has been conditioned to avoid stillness. Why? Because stillness forces you to face yourself. And that is terrifying. Marcus Aurelius spent hours in reflection, writing in his journal, questioning his thoughts, disciplining his mind. But you escape. Into reels, into trends, into noise. And every time you do, you give away a piece of your sovereignty. The algorithm doesn't just predict your behavior, it shapes it. It decides what you see, what you think, what you feel. And slowly, you stop being the author of your life. You become the product. 4. The death of stillness. There was a time when silence existed. Waiting in line, silent; walking alone, silent; sitting in your room, silent. Now, every empty moment must be filled. Because silence feels uncomfortable. But Marcus Aurelius understood something profound. Silence is not emptiness, it is power. It is in stillness that clarity is born, that discipline is forged, that purpose is discovered. But today, you fear missing out. FOMO controls you. And Aurelius would call this what it truly is. Voluntary slavery. You are not forced to scroll, you choose to. You are not chained to your phone, you cling to it. And in doing so, you trade freedom for distraction. 5. The modern Stoic's great deletion. So what would Marcus Aurelius do? He wouldn't negotiate, that he wouldn't compromise. He would act. He would look at his phone and ask one question. Does this serve my virtue? If the answer is no, it's gone. Deleted, removed, erased. Not out of anger, but out of discipline. Because he understood, what you remove from your life is just as important as what you add. Imagine waking up tomorrow. No notifications. No endless scrolling. No need for validation. Just you, your thoughts, your purpose. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. Like withdrawal. But then, something changes. Your mind slows down, your focus sharpens, your thoughts deepen. And for the first time in years, you feel free. So here is your challenge. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today. Open your phone, look at every app. And ask yourself, is this building me, or breaking me? Then make a choice. Because Marcus Aurelius didn't become great by accident. He became great by mastering his mind. And now, that responsibility is yours. Before you leave, I want you to do something different. Go to the comments and answer this one question. What is one app you know you should delete, but haven't? Be honest. Because your answer might be the first step toward reclaiming your life. If this message stirred something inside you, don't ignore it. Like the video, share it with someone who is losing themselves to the scroll. And subscribe, not for entertainment, but for transformation. Because the real question isn't what Marcus Aurelius would delete. It's this. What are you still holding on to that's quietly destroying you?